Yo, Nick's here. If you want to win more games with Hog EQ, you need to know how to beat Mortar Cycle, Log Bait, and Beatdown decks like Golem, E-Giant, and Balloon. I'll break down how to win every matchup with real gameplay examples and show you alternative Hog EQ decks based on your playstyle or highest level cards. Let's get into it. Tip number 1. Know when to push same lane versus opposite lane. Against beatdown decks like Golem, E-Giant, or even Balloon, you're going to want to go opposite lane almost every time. Hog EQ is a chip deck, so you're never going to want them to build up a huge push, so you're going to need to be applying constant pressure the whole game. When you're up against cycle and control decks, you're going to want to go same lane to make efficient use of your Earthquake and stack damage. This is how you control the tempo of the game. Tip number 2, predict and don't overcommit. Hog EQ thrives on constant pressure, but if you get too aggressive and overcommit, you'll have no elixir left for defense. Cycle your cheap cards efficiently. By doing so, you can get back to your Hog Rider quicker and keep applying that constant pressure without draining all of your elixir. When it gets to be later in the game and you know all of your opponent's cards, it becomes really easy to predict them, especially when they're low on elixir. And that leads me to my final tip, which is always keep track of your opponent's buildings and how much elixir they have. Hog Rider gets shut down hard by buildings like Cannon, Tesla, or the Inferno Tower, so don't go in with just the Hog Rider alone. You're going to want to back it up with support troops. If it's first play of the game, Hog Rider is probably the best play. By playing your Hog Rider, you're going to bait out a building, so always be ready with that Earthquake in hand so you can maximize your damage with your Hog Rider. Alright, here's the main deck I like to run. Now, you don't have to use this exact deck to find success. The key is to use whatever cards you have leveled up the highest so you can maximize your damage output while minimizing how much damage you take. If you are using this deck, make sure you're playing the Goblinstein primarily on defense. It's a solid tank killer and counter pusher, but if you overcommit offensively, you'll be left without enough elixir to defend properly. Also, the Firecracker placement is crucial. Always drop her behind your Hog or Goblinstein to maximize splash damage, especially when it's evoed up. This can completely change interactions and let you chip down support troops while staying aggressive. If you're looking for some inspiration on other decks to use, here are some variations that I like to play myself. A common theme in all of these is that I always have a building to stop tanks and something to tank for my support troops. The Mighty Miner and Valkyrie work well for me. Again, the key is to use whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you have leveled up the highest. And without further ado, let's hop into some gameplay. Up against Mito 2026. We do have the Hog Rider in hand. I usually like to do that first play, and then try and keep something ready, like the Log or Earthquake, in case he plays something that's easy to take out, but he doesn't. He goes with the Musketeer. Okay, is he going to support that? Okay, he goes Lumberloon on the other side. We'll go in Firecracker in the back. Just try to stall if we can with this Ice Spirit. And please don't get a hit. Oh, okay, barely got away with that one. We do take death damage, of course, but let's go with the Hog. And okay, perfect. We take out all the skeletons really quick. We're able to get 2 additional Hog hits with that. Very nice. It's always good to have that just ready to go. You don't need to play it. You can always pull it back, but just to have it ready in case can get you a lot of damage. I'm probably just going to start cycling cards just to get back to my Hog as quickly as I can. I don't really like to play the Goblinstein at all on offense. It's way better as a defensive card. There will be times where you have to, or it just makes sense to, but when you're just both stalling and waiting to build elixir, it's not really worth it to put it at the bridge. All right, he's going to go for another Lumberloon push, and he does have the Evo Lumberjack this time. This might get a little scary. I think his Balloon's definitely going to get a hit. I just want to keep his Evo Lumberjack away from my tower, which we do. All right, we do get hit by that Balloon once and the death damage. We need to start doing a better job of pulling with our cannon if we can. Just got to have that ready and cycle from here on out. Pretty even matchup so far, but we do have a small lead. All right, beautiful play there. We predicted his skeleton army again, but with the Log this time. It's cheaper for us. And then we will have to play these skeletons just to stall this for a second, which, yeah, that'll die plenty of time. I wish I didn't play that Goblinstein, but is what it is. We do get a little bit of damage with that Evo Cannon as well, which is nice. And we have the Evo Firecracker to help out, too. That's probably going to get a hit. Nope, it doesn't. We have our Goblin Stein to tank for our Hog, so we might be able to take the tower right here with this, especially if we use our ability. Get there. Okay, it's going to be really close. Nope. Of course. All right, we are going to have to take that out with something else. We might be able to take that out with the log. It might be a 77, so I'll probably just Earthquake just for good measure. But we got to focus on this defense too. I don't know why he's going in all in on this side. He had way more damage on the left tower to begin that, but I guess he just wanted to build that counter push. All right, we'll just send in the Hog to distract. We can always Earthquake for the easy win. Place the cannon up, secure it. Good game, buddy. GG. All right, we're up against Garga. Okay, he does have the Dagger Duchess. Not my favorite tower to play against. But we do have some tanky troops, so we should be able to get him to waste all those daggers on him and then get some good hits with the Hog. So pretty good matchup here so far. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. Looks like he's building up a little push on the right. He goes for a lightning really early. That's why I didn't play my cannon, you know. You want to wait till the last possible second in case they do stuff like that. That's just... He wasted 6 elixir on a 3 elixir card. You could have got way more value with that. We won't punish him yet. I want to wait to see what else he has, but in the meantime, we'll push him on the left. Okay, he is going to Tornado and activate King. That's pretty unfortunate. We do have the Goblin Stein out for his P.E.K.K.A, but I am going to just hold off for a second and see what else he wants to play. Yep, I'm glad I didn't, because now I can just get his Bandit to dash down low, down here in the pocket. And they barely get a hit, but hardly any damage, so we should be fine. We will start cycling our Firecracker. That's what you want to do against Beatdown decks. Get those Firecrackers down as quickly as possible in case they arrows, so you can get back to it. The splash damage they deal out is insane. If they don't have more than one way to kill it, it's a very efficient card to use in this deck. I am going to keep trying to go on the left here. We do get that Firecracker hit, so it actually does have more damage now, which is nice. But it looks like our opponent's going to keep going on the right, so we will have to defend this. I expect a P.E.K.K.A. Yep, there it is. Cycle that Firecracker immediately and just distract for as long as we can until we can get another Firecracker down. Our Goblin Stein does a good job of tanking right there, and he does go in with the lightning, but okay, we wasted that log there, but I'm just glad his P.E.K.K.A. didn't get a hit. We should be all right. I'm just going to make him think I'm going in on the right, but I'm going to eventually focus left. I'm just going to wait for him to commit too much elixir over on the right first. Just going to see if I can do a little tricky play. We'll cycle some skeletons in the back in the meantime. Okay, he's going to start building up a pretty big push, looks like. He gets his Executioner down in the back. There's his Bandit. P.E.K.K.A. probably in a second. There it is. Okay, we'll immediately go in with the Hog Rider. And we have the Firecracker behind it. Pretty scary push coming on the right, so we're going to have to stall this out as long as we can. Let's go and get another Firecracker down. He does go for the lightning, which sucks, but let's see if we can kite this P.E.K.K.A. a little bit with our Goblin Stein. The Executioner is locked on our tower, so we are going to eat a bit of damage, but if our Goblin Stein can get to the tower, this might not be the worst ability. It's not the best, but I want to take what I can get right now. We are down a little bit, but I think we can definitely come back from this. Okay. I don't really care if he does any damage on my left. We will go in with the Earthquake, okay, he does Tornado. It doesn't pull us all the way, so we do get a hit. That's a little bit closer to evening this thing out. We will start tanking with this Goblin Stein, and if I waited half a second longer, that wouldn't have got hit. But we can get another cannon down, so that's not too bad. We are able to take out the P.E.K.K.A. nicely. We just got to worry about the Executioner and Bandit right now. That might dash on tower. Please don't. Okay. Please survive. Nice. Our Doctor was staying alive right there. Okay. We'll quickly go in on the left. He just played the P.E.K.K.A., so he should be down some elixir. We'll just Earthquake just to slow it down a little bit. We do get the hit. We need to keep pressure on this left side, but we don't want to waste everything because we need to defend this. He already put the P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge. Knew that lightning was coming. We can pull this all back up with the cannon, and we get that Evo damage as well. Our Firecracker, beautiful splash there. We'll go in with the Hog, pre-Earthquake. He does play his guards. We can go ahead and log those too just to finish those off. And he's going to come in with the Bandit, but I don't think, yeah, he can't support that with anything else right now. Not about, okay, we need to go right now. He just lightninged us, and we are so low on damage. See if we can get a, okay. We didn't even get the Firecracker hit because he Electro Wizard. Immediately go back with the Hog. Ice Spirit, just play everything. There we go. That was so close. Oh my gosh. That was bang bang. GG. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you learned something new about Hog EQ in this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a comment, a like, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.